Podcast.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Is this on? Is this on? Hi.
Yeah. There we go.
So this morning you saw Geek Shock, and they really planned out their show, and it was pretty awesome. And I want you to know that you are going to see none of that for the next hour.
No.
We are still not sure what we're doing.
We did have this extended Watchmen Power Rangers parody we planned,
great.
but
We were going to make Canadian jokes.
but Paul didn't bother to tell us that they had something planned. So
that's cool.
Please enjoy this made-up thing. CJ?
I thought Greg was hosting.
Oh.
You're hosting.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah, we're the Player One Podcast. We've been podcasting for 12 years. My name's Chris Johnston, and with me, as always, from Canada, Mr. Greg Seward.
Hello.
How's it going there, Greg?
It's good.
All right. You good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's good. Yeah. And joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
Yeah, hello, Scoops. How's everyone doing today? Woo! Good. I'm glad you all have food. That way you are distracted.
Yes.
Yes.
Then we can blame the lack of clapping on people with ears. So that's good.
Yeah. Well, we were at Scoopfest last year.
Yes.
And we've actually been together in Vegas quite a few times because I got married in Las Vegas in 2010.
Yep.
And we like to hit our Vegas pretty hard when we're here. We do a lot of fun things that don't involve drinking or gambling.
Playing a lot of Switch in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Playing a lot of Switch in the hotel room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who won
But,
the Mario Kart race?
Me.
Me.
Yep.
I've got the photographic evidence. I got the screenshots. The Switch takes screenshots. I won. I won.
No.
Well, we'll rematch later in the games area, for sure.
I lost, so I am not afraid to admit it.
Phil, your Mario Kart skills have atrophied.
They certainly have.
Yes. But yeah, we've been doing some fun, geeky stuff, including yesterday we went to this place called The Void.
Yes, it is over. Someone has been to the Void. Yes, that's
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
over at the Venetian, right?
The Venetian.
It is at the Venetian.
Yeah.
And they have a Star Wars Secrets of the Empire thing running. Now, they have multiple things that you can play in VR, but we did the Star Wars thing because it made the most sense.
Yeah. So to explain what the Void is, it's a virtual reality, or as we in the biz call it, VR experience. You get the full VR Ready Player One stupid ass gear that you have to strap onto your chest. You got the visor on your face, but instead of the virtual reality where you kind of think of where you're just kind of sitting in a room on your couch or something, and the
Hoping
images
no one sneaks up on you.
exactly flash before you. In this one, you're actually in a room. In a series of rooms where you're kind of walking around, and the images are being displayed in your eyes, but you are seeing the distant alien planet of Mustafar, if you're
Right.
playing the Star Wars one. And the kind of gimmick is that, when you're doing like a virtual reality kind of thing, if I reach out and touch something, I'm not actually touching something. Your hand doesn't feel it. But in this case, because you are in a physical room, if you go out and grab a lever to pull it down, you're actually grabbing a lever. It just has this kind of Star Wars-y skin on it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes it cool, right? Because you have that physical touch. I can
Tactile.
Tactile. Yeah, I can reach out to Phil, and you're in your stormtrooper gear,
Right.
And I can
Go ahead. No, go ahead. There it is. I love it. I love it. If I want to give a stormtrooper a gentle caress,
no.
A sensual-
This is not,
a sensual-
This is why we do the podcast with thousands of miles between us. Please.
But
What's terrifying about it, though, is that when you're old and fat, like the three of us, well, mostly Phil
hey,
and I.
first of all, I'm going to say this: that thing gave me a bit of a morale boost. Because I'm an old man. I am not as svelte as I used to be. But when we're strapping on,
you have to strap on a vest.
You have to strap on the vest.
Information here.
And there are all these little clicky buckles you have to put on.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud to say all the buckles fit on me, and it was very nice.
Yeah, fuck you, Phil. They all didn't fit on me. Most of them did.
I did not have to get the fat guy extension belt.
Extension.
Is that right?
It was just like the same thing that you said. Luckily, it's never happened to me in an airplane before. I don't know, though. I have a flight tomorrow. But, you know, you get in there, you see people who are a little bit bigger, and you got to get the seat extension. And so far, I've been able to suck my fat butt.
Right.
They could get it clicked in, and I couldn't do that yesterday.
How do you suck your butt in, Greg?
Yeah,
clench.
demonstrate.
Years of
please.
clenching. I'm clenched right now.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, so yesterday, pulling on the vest and got down to the bottom buckle. It's like, there's no way this is happening. So it's like, hang on, sir. And they go get the extra piece with the extra clips.
Little exasperated sound in their voice, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of feels like it's like a girdle or something.
Yeah.
No, because
Yeah.
you got to cinch it. You got to cinch it up and everything, and yeah, you are kind of squeezed in there. But
So it was really cool.
But you were saying, Greg, before I
No, that's
interrupted
it.
you
And
about a
then
fat joke
And then we got to make, aren't you a little short for a Stormtrooper jokes about Phil? And
about me, because I am sure I'm a little short for everything.
But it was really cool.
Stormtroopers.
It was really neat. It was so weird too, because having done some VR games before and have the PlayStation VR helmet and everything at home, and you know, you're like Phil was saying, you're used to sitting down or standing up, but being very careful about where you are, especially in your own place. And I have 3 kids, so they like to sneak up on me if I'm ever using that thing and scare the hell out of me. But to actually walk around, like to stand up and actively be asked to like walk through doors and you're completely surrounded by this thing, it was really, really impressive.
It was
and
pretty cool.
Amazing how quickly vertigo sets in. There's a couple points where they have you walking over what look like bridges that have no railings or anything, and you're just like, I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Like,
And thank you for making me go through the door first.
Yeah,
on
every
that.
time.
Yeah, no, that was great. As
Every
I'm
time.
slowly kind of arms out trying to balance myself on this.
Yeah.
On this.
Well, and you can see the other people in the experience.
Right,
That's
right,
something
right.
different than most VR things. And at the beginning, when we all grabbed our guns, there was a moment where you guys couldn't see this, but I could because I was standing a little bit away from you.
because you're taller and you can see over us.
I was taller, yes. And Phil, you appeared to have 3 arms at one point.
No,
It was
that's
they were
three-armed
grabby arms
stormtrooper.
too.
They were
That-
very grabby.
Net one wasn't the arm.
Yeah.
That was something else.
It's like there's no sensor
was-
on my butt. I don't
I-
understand where the sensation's coming from.
I will say that VR got me very excited, and
And that bottom clasp didn't hold.
no,
Boing, boing.
I don't care what you smell. Get in there. Star Wars reference, everyone. You guys have seen Star Wars, right? Yeah, George Lucas is a weaver of dreams.
Now you know why it's called Secrets of the Empire.
Oh,
Like,
the real secret
the real secret is what's up your butt.
is my dick.
No.
No, that's terrible.
Crass.
That is sorry. I'm sorry. We try to keep it clean, but
We do? Okay.
but no, it was actually pretty cool. It was like what, $40 or something a person.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it lasts like 15 minutes, but it was a solid chunk of entertainment. I was
It's better than those VR experiences you see in malls or in
right.
arcades, just standalone. Where
Well, we were walking around on the strip, and there was someone selling a VR experience where you sit in like an egg-shaped pod with the little helmet on in it, and the chair jostles, and it's like, oh, you're on a roller coaster, look out! And that looked kind of hokey. And I'll be honest, I was kind of expecting a similar sort of thing when you dragged us into this place.
But I had done it before, so I said, "This is going to be good. I know this is going to be good. You guys
Right,
don't like this."
right.
So.
But it turned out pretty well. I was actually, because they have multiple events, themes that you can go through. There's a Ghostbusters one.
Ghostbusters,
That was, they had just stopped doing that one, but I guess it's coming back soon. Yeah. And then there's another kind of spooky themed one. That is developed by
Ninja Theory.
Yeah,
Ninja
which
Theory,
they're
Never seen
a
that
known video game developer. They did the most recent Devil May Cry game, if anyone's familiar with that.
And Hellblade.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So then after that, we got into the cab back to the hotel, and our cab driver knew a lot of good strip joints.
Yeah,
He kept telling us.
Yeah, no, he was very. He could clearly ashamed that we did not want to go to the strip joints with him.
He shamed us a little bit.
Yeah, and he
After that.
and well, because what was it? He was a bartender, right?
He was bartender.
He was clearly a bartender because he
wouldn't shut up.
He was chatty, and gave us his life story. And yeah, he just started driving the cab, getting into solar panel
Well, yeah,
sales.
while he's sitting in the cab line, he would sell solar panel stuff by phone, and it was a very odd multitask that he had going there.
And he seemed way too eager to tell us about all the young women who wanted to drag him back up to their hotel rooms after he gave him the ride on the cab. So
and then he kept reassuring us that he was faithful to his lady. So it was
And Greg tried his damnedest, but he would not budge.
Yeah, it was a roller coaster of a ride. It reminded me of, I was thinking, and I didn't say this to you guys at the time. Actually, no, the best part about it was, I didn't even realize this was happening, but so Phil's sitting in the front seat, CJ and I are in the back.
Oh, yeah.
And suddenly our phones both started to buzz, and it's just a text from Phil that says, help.
That's when you know it's a good cab ride.
Yeah.
So, but no, it reminded me of the very first E3 that I ever went to was when it was in Atlanta. It was 1997. It was before I really knew these guys.
E3, of course, is
Electronic Entertainment Expo.
Mr. Explainer in Chief.
I just you know.
You gonna tell us what Legend of the Mystical Ninja is later?
I might spend an hour
That was
on
you.
that.
No, that was Phil. That's right.
Oh, that was me.
So anyway, no, this was back in '97, and this was before. We all know each other. We probably should have explained that. We all know each other from working at Ziff Davis with Electronic Gaming Monthly, Expert Gamer, and Game Now.
Yes.
Various
Video game magazines.
Old video game
back
magazines.
in the day.
Yeah.
Late
But
90s.
There used to be this thing called magazines where people would.
My daughter now tries to swipe them with her finger and it doesn't work.
Does she really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
teaches her to read.
Cute.
No,
It's so
that's
cute.
sad, dude.
She's like
Cute.
15.
That's
Oh, she's almost 7.
yeah.
Anyway, so I'd driven down to Atlanta with a friend of mine from Halifax, Nova Scotia, and so we driven. Thank you. That's about right. We'd driven all the way down, and I'd never been in a bigger city ever. Like Halifax, I think now is like 400,000 people, and then it was even less. So, and of course, we were in a hotel that was pretty far away from the convention center because we were poor. This guy was at like the penthouse suite at the CNN building or
Not
something
true.
like that.
No.
But so we had been out somewhere seeing a movie. My buddy and I were walking back through these really not well lit streets at all in Atlanta, scared shitless because we just don't know what Atlanta's like. And this guy approaches us, and we're like, "What do we do? What do we do? I don't know." And he walks right up to us and stops in front. And goes, "You look like some guys who'd like to see some titties." We're like, "Well, yeah," but he's like, "No, we're good." Yeah,
He was gonna show you his.
Yeah. No, but it was just that's what it reminded me of. It was just like this weird you guys look like you want to go to a strip club. No,
But
well, yes,
I mean,
but no.
You can't really blame him considering how many people come to Vegas for that.
First time I was ever in Vegas, that's the first thing we did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
Working for the magazine. Was it
Was
a
it
press
really?
junket? Yeah, it was a press junket.
I was
for
not
Namco.
on this press junket.
No, you weren't. It
No.
was a press junket for Namco. Tommy Tallarico was there.
Oh, Tommy Tallarico,
which gamers might know.
noted game music composer.
Musician,
And kind of a fellow
Great guy.
who loves the ladies. Yeah.
And so he was like, we were there, and there was a bunch of games journalists, and he's like, I'm going to take you all out somewhere. Okay, and it was Crazy Horse 2. We had to go
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Was this
I had my Vegas stripper
was
experience.
this Vegas strip club? Hold on a second. Strip club trip sponsored by Activision? Was this paid for
No, it was
by
Namco.
Oh, it was Namco.
Yeah.
So Namco, the people who gave us Pac-Man are paying for your
That's right.
titties.
Think about that.
Okay.
That's
okay.
where your bank transactions are going.
There you go. Next
right
time
in the G-string.
Next time you plop a quarter in a Pac-Man machine,
Yep.
it's going so these guys can look at boobs.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wasn't going anywhere with that story, by the way. I just
You just
wanted to talk about
You just
strippers.
had fond memories of seeing boobs.
Yeah.
Remember?
They're always fond memories.
You guys remember boobs? Those were awesome. Yeah. But
Follow that up, CJ.
I got nothing.
no. So we're here. We normally every week we talk about on our show, what's new in the video game news world, what games we've been playing lately, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
What have you been playing lately, CJ? Anything of interest?
Well, let me tell you.
What's that?
In my hotel room, we've been busting out some Neo Geo arcade action from the.
This is how cool we are.
From the 90s, yeah. And we've been going through the Sengoku Over.
Okay.
Now, what's that word? Over?
Yeah. I don't know.
I should probably.
You used to be a writer, man.
I know how to spell it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. Is that bad?
I got spell check. I don't need to know the word for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've been playing through. Greg and I have been playing through Sengoku, which is an arcade beat 'em up for the Neo Geo. I spent many a quarter as a young.
Can hear people falling asleep.
When I was still 6'3", when I was 11, and so we played through all of Sengoku, and it was really fun, and just a really very
touching
experience.
I was clearly not invited to this.
Phil was asleep the whole time.
I was asleep the whole time. Well, my problem was because you guys being East Coasters. You guys are still sort of on East Coast time.
Yep.
Whereas
I'll be over the jet lag just in time to get on my flight tomorrow night at midnight.
Yeah, and I am still on Pacific time. So last night.
And lazy, don't forget.
Well, yeah, I'm also very, very lazy. Last night, you guys skipped out. These guys skipped out on the variety show last night. Yeah, that's right.
We deserved that.
Now,
we deserved that.
Now I stuck around because.
Why? Whoa.
Explain
why did you stick around? You didn't stick around for the variety show. Why did you stick around? And I know that this was planned.
Because Paul said that he and I could go to Walmart looking for toys afterwards.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. Variety show.
You know,
he was telling us this morning. I was like, "How was the show last night?" It was good. And he starts, half explaining a couple things he saw, and I was like, "But the toys at Walmart. You should see what we found."
I found a Transformer I'd been looking for. Paul found some wrestling toys he was looking for. It was great. 2 a.m. hanging out at the Walmart toy aisle.
Now, is Walmart in Vegas different from the Walmart?
Oh my God, dude!
Do they actually have slot machines in?
They have the slot machines.
They
got the showgirls walking around the aisles with the drinks.
No, they don't.
It is.
I don't believe that.
It's beautiful. It smells like stale cigarette smoke and despair.
I believe that part.
I mean, which makes it no different from any other Walmart ever. But still, but this one's in Vegas, so. But yeah, so you guys, I end up falling asleep because I'm out all night shopping for toys, and you guys are out playing your Vigi games.
No, we went back and went to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but you wake up in the morning while I'm sleeping off my toy coma. Yeah.
I was saying too. We went to Tournament of Kings there.
Team Russia.
Team Russia. Yeah. Anyway, we went to Tournament of Kings, and I pulled Jacob, who the only interaction I've ever had with Jacob before was actually when we were here last year. Pulled him aside and said, "I just want to let you know, I relate to you the most on Ice Cream Social." And he kind of gave me a puzzled look. It's like, we have this guy named Phil. He's our Paul. He's the one that goes off on the tangents. And like when I listen to Ice Cream Social, I can always hear it in Jacob's voice, just the desperation, right? Where it's like the bit's just going on too long, and you hear like Jacob tries to move forward, and no, Paul's not done, and he keeps going, and he just keeps kind of like, I hear you dying a little bit inside every episode, and I just want you to know that I feel your pain every Sunday.
You know what?
Thank you.
To Paul's point yesterday during Ice Cream Social, though. Okay, so Star Trek Voyager, they got Neelix on there, right? Okay, and what?
Yes.
I get you. You guys are a Deep Space Nine crowd. So anyway, so Garrick, let me tell you about. No. I'm sorry. The tragic part is Paul's here somewhere. I ain't never seen Voyager. I'm sorry. That's the Star Trek. See, that's why I've never seen it, because everyone I talk to, they're like, yeah, don't waste your time. But. Trust me, I have it. I'm ready to turn it over. Don't worry. But yeah, so you guys were the hell? See, this is the problem. We get off on these tangents, and then I forget where we stem from. Well,
Sengoku 3.
I wasn't paying attention.
There's 3 Sengoku games, yes,
Yeah.
and we played through all of them.
Okay, that's
This is just as good as explaining Mr. Ninja last year.
It's the 90s in a nutshell. Like, it's just a weird...
Well, it's like a
weird
beat 'em up
game.
like a little side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Yeah, and in the first 2 games, you can switch to these mythical characters, but only for a short time. But the mythical creatures that you can become, they're basically like powerless. They're the weakest things.
Okay.
Game. So why would you even want to use that
I don't know.
power? But it looked cool, and that's
Yeah.
probably why they're in there.
Yeah, nice
Because
hair.
it looks cool. Yeah, but the third game, which we just finished before coming here, actually.
Wow.
Because we had to
Finish the trilogy. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
It completed the story, but not really.
Yeah. No, I don't have to spend money on them.
Ancient Evil awakened.
Right.
We sent them back to hell. All that.
Congratulations, you two.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
This is what they've accomplished in their lives.
Yeah, in Vegas. Win in Vegas.
Yeah.
Beat all the Sengoku
Yeah,
games.
good job. Good job, ninjas.
That's how that goes?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But it's Greg. What have you been playing? Anything of interest lately?
Played Spider-Man.
Oh,
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And
The new
I
PS
wanted a bigger reaction than that, but okay.
the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, the
Spider-Man
PlayStation
game?
4 game that we all have been playing, right, CJ?
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I talk about Sea of Thieves for a
No.
second here? Please?
Ah!
Pirate game? Yes. Yes.
Now, CJ is our big Sea of Thieves guy on the Xbox. It's the
Love it. You can be a pirate.
the
Yeah.
pirate simulator.
Pirate sandbox, yeah.
Go. You know what? Go ahead. They're trapped here. They paid
All
to
the
be
doors
here.
have been locked.
Let them.
Okay.
Go ahead. Tell
No,
us
it's
about
a
Sea of
game where,
Thieves.
yeah, you can be a pirate, and any ship you see on the horizon, the people who are on it are also real people. And you can either be nice to them or you can be a total jerk to them and defeat them
Yeah.
in combat. And it's super fun because it can ruin you can ruin somebody's day or be nice to them.
Yeah.
I like to try to be nice, but sometimes it doesn't always
Well,
work.
the way it works is you it's a multiplayer
It's
game.
it's
and
only multiplayer.
You build your
yes.
pirate crew.
Yeah.
And you go out and like everyone has jobs on the ship, right? Like someone
Well,
steer.
not officially, no, but,
But I mean,
anybody can. Yeah,
Yeah.
there are jobs to be done on a pirate ship.
Right. So you decide
Explain
someone's going to be the
helmsman,
pilot,
helmsman,
steerer, driver,
helmsman.
Okay. Someone's going to
God,
be the. Oh, there we go.
can
There we
stop
go.
right now.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
But you
CJ's
enjoy.
I enjoy the pirate.
Your pirate game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Spider-Man.
But we've been playing Spider-Man.
great.
We've been playing the new PS4 Spider-Man
Yes.
game.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Everybody should go play it. If you
Yeah.
don't own a
Who-
PS4, consider
who-
borrowing or stealing
Has
one.
anyone here played the Spider-Man PS4 game? Shove. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's really good.
It is.
It's the best Spider-Man movie that's ever been made. The writing in it is seriously.
No,
the writing in it is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like it's when you. I mean, the game is great too, and you're roping around the. Some people know that.
Yeah.
Flip, flip,
Spider-Man's got
bitch.
his ropes.
Yeah.
Rope.
Rope.
Swinging from the buildings.
Rope slinger.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little ropey. But no, it's like the gameplay's great, obviously, and
Yeah.
and flying around, swinging around New York is
Yeah.
fantastic. I went to New York last week, and I totally knew where things were because of Spider-Man. Couldn't find
Did you
Avengers
really?
Tower, but everything
Did
else
you
was
really?
great.
You're like, well, I'm not sure where we are, but if I had some ropes.
Yeah.
Did you spray your
Swung.
ropes
Yeah.
all around town as
I was
you
spraying
would person?
something ropey.
Oh.
But but
You see,
the writing,
Greg's
the writing
talking about him masturbating all over New York City. That's where he was going with that. But
I'm not going to deny it. But no, the writing near the end when it really starts to the story starts to pick up. It's like, wow, I really wish the movies had been even partially this good.
because you finished it now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
Okay. Well, I'm about
Out of
half.
us
I'm a little
crew.
over halfway through. I've hit the halfway mark.
Yep.
And no, it's great. I mean, like you said, it's a full scale recreation in New York City. You have full.
It's not full scale, by the way.
It's
like
not?
a quarter.
What's that?
It's like a quarter scale.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm told.
So it's a. Now, is it a quarter scale, or is Spider-Man just 4 times bigger than he normally would be?
It's a good
Is
question.
he like 24 feet tall?
That's a good question. Yeah.
So, it's one of those two. But you have full range to swing around New York City. There's missions and stuff, obviously. Story missions. You have the little side missions. So if you want to go help a a dude collect his wayward pigeons.
Yep.
That are flying all over the city.
Like Spider-Man would do.
Like Spider does. And
those are the deleted scenes in the movie.
Yeah, they left they left the pigeon side quest out of the film. But no, it's great. Like you're fighting off goons and pulling off incredible looking combos, and jumping and roping and dragging dudes into the air and kicking them and everything. And it's really good. It's a really fun game. I am very happy with that game, and I'm looking forward to finishing it. So
one of my favorite games of the year so far.
And CJ is not finishing it.
I mean, I will. Yeah.
I don't.
I
Because how far are you into it right now?
A couple hours, probably like 3 or 4 hours.
A couple hours?
Three or 4 hours.
Like a month.
This is like it's like a what 20-hour game roughly.
Hey, I can't. I have a life.
Clearly.
On the seas.
Yeah,
Pirate life.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
Oh
Exactly.
man,
I've treasure to collect.
that's very disappointing.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll finish it one of these days, though.
Okay.
It's a great game. It is. And one of our friends worked.
That's true. A
on
guy,
the game. A guy that at least. Well, we all worked.
We all worked with him.
with
back.
the creative director on Spider-Man. We worked with that guy.
Yeah, named
Brian
named
Intihar. You can say his name.
Brian
Brian
Intihar.
Intihar.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
go
couldn't
ahead.
remember it, could you?
I'm an old man.
Yeah.
now.
But
Yeah.
no, he did good work. So I'm pretty pleased
did.
with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, very disappointing because what the idea is we're all gonna finish this game and then have a big kind of spoiler cast where we
Right.
go through the story and everything. But
So instead, what we're going to do is we're actually going to rope in. Get it?
I get it. Yeah, no, that's good.
No, I know. Some other podcasters and maybe previous hosts. Actually, one of the hosts we had here last year, Mike Phillips, who isn't a regular host anymore, but was a while back.
Yeah.
And we're going to rope them in and do spoiler cast.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
Spider-Man, I'd say in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
CJ's not invited.
Nope.
No.
And Phil might be invited.
I might
Depends
be.
on how fast he can finish up.
Now I understand you're going to have a guest for that show.
I don't know what you mean.
Famed Hollywood director
Nope.
of the Spider-Man films
Nope.
is going to be making an appearance.
Oh, God.
Sam Raimi. Do you guys are familiar with Sam Raimi? Because Sam Raimi directed 3 Spider-Man films, and he is very excited to come on the show.
Really?
And talk. Yeah, well, that's what I've heard.
What did it sound like when he said that?
Well, okay. Well, first let me ask you this: does anyone here know what Sam Raimi sounds like? Nobody knows what Sam Raimi. That's great because Sam Raimi sounds exactly like this.
That sounds familiar though.
Of
That's
course,
a familiar voice.
Of course, I'm a famous Hollywood executive movie maker, weaver of dreams, and pretender of pretending. Director of the Spider-Man.
Beyond the moon.
Well, of course, the Spider-Man from Beyond the Moon. That's where Spider-Men come from, don't you know? But I understand that some scoops might recognize this voice not as famous Evil Dead creator Sam Raimi,
No.
but as some imposter named Professor Patches. Who is this? Professor Patches, who I've heard so much about. Oh, here he comes now.
Oh my goodness! I just made it here, just in time. Woo, I'm tired. Hey Sam, how you been?
Oh, I'll tell you there, Professor, I've been doing great.
Let me say, the thing that really drove me wild about your new game, and I played the hell out of it.
Oh,
'cause,
good. I'm glad you
I
have.
got me one of those PS4s.
Yes.
So I hooked it up to the thing, and I'm roping all around the town.
As you do.
Just ropes everywhere. And I'm thinking, what am I going to go check out? So I go down to the theater district, and what's playing but Turn Off the Dark? Irony of irony. How strange. The failed Spider-Man musical. You'd think they just, try to put that under the carpet. But no, it's featured very heavily in the game.
There's a whole sub-level where you have to play through the plot of the game. I insisted that be in there.
Well, it feels very real. When I spent $18 million to research it, I felt, wow, this is incredibly realistic. I've spent so much money and time and effort, and it's still a terrible thing. And then Bono showed up and tried to do a rewrite, and I was like, get out of here, Edge. It was the entirety of U2s. All of the U2s showed up, and they challenged me to a rope-off.
Now, when I do my rope-offs,
Yes.
Let me tell you.
How do you do it?
I get
Do
my...
you start with a hemp rope?
Well, what I
It's your
do
rope of choice.
is I call my good friend and inspiration, Bruce Campbell, who you may have seen in a variety of my motion picture films.
I saw him.
Yes, he's the best, and he always gets me nice and ropey.
You cameo him and your car. Those are the two things in every movie you do.
Exactly.
Bruce Campbell and your car.
There's an
He
upcoming...
must feel good being on the same level as a car.
Well, I have the next Evil Dead film is already in production.
Is that right?
I don't know if you find this.
I haven't. What's the story?
The story is Bruce Campbell playing the car, and he travels back in time to fight the Spider-Man. It's a great crossover.
Well, you've roped me in. I'm there. I'll be there on the day one. Rope. Whoa, I gotta go.
Oh, well, it's been nice seeing you.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh, Professor.
Patches away.
Goodbye, Patches. Goodbye. I miss him already.
Me too.
I miss him already.
That was impressive.
Thank you. No, I think that. So who?
So that's a pretty good Professor Patches you do.
Is he gone? I
think
can't
he's
see
gone.
the-
I went behind that
so
curtain again.
so I do the voice better, right?
I don't know. Who does the voice better?
Dragon.
What?
No.
No.
Oh shit! Russia!
You said dragon.
I
What?
I was a turncoat the whole time. I have infiltrated. Dragon. Thank you. So
I don't know what to do
so we got a Twitter tweet the other day.
We did.
Twitter tweets?
Christopher here. He will send out Twitter tweets saying, "Hey, we're going to be doing a show. Anyone have questions for us to answer on the air?" And a regular listener who goes by the hacker alias Mr. Nelson sent in a question. And that question, I don't have it in front of me because I am not prepared.
And neither are we, so we don't have it in front of us either.
I will paraphrase it thusly. And it was directed to Mr. Gregory. And it said something along the lines of, "Hey, Greg, which one of Phil's stupid voices gets you the most irritated? Which one do you hate the most? Which one makes you just want to quit
It's a
the
tough
show?"
choice.
And you mentioned me when we were on our way over here. We were waiting for our ride to come over here, and you brought it up to me.
Yeah.
And you said, "I'm going to answer this question on the show."
I am.
And because I am so darn clever, I predicted your answer.
But I had to think about it.
Did you really?
Yeah, because I mean, okay, so Sam Raimi I love. Sam Raimi's the only voice that
the
makes you
stupid
smile
Sam
every
Raimi voice
time.
you love.
There's Skitchen Guy. I'm not crazy about Skitchen Guy.
The guy who loves kitchen.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
God, I can't think of your other ones. There's so many of them.
I know. Well, I do. The Bane voice.
The Bane voice.
Yeah.
The Bane voice. Oh.
Hello.
So I want to tell a story about that before I answer
Oh, okay,
because
go ahead,
that's
go
one of my
ahead.
favorite moments in our show.
Yeah.
Is so Phil has a little guy.
I do. I have a son,
Yeah.
Finn, who
Yeah.
is 6
Yeah.
years old.
And right after that movie came out,
Yeah.
the Bane voice started. And
Yeah.
it was wonderful.
Of course it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this was when Finn was still, I think, an infant.
He was less than 1, I believe.
Yeah, and we weren't on YouTube at that time, so we couldn't see what Phil was doing. You could hear what Phil was doing, and he was doing the whole monologue.
Ah, yes, I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your body?
And he's going on this whole thing, and in the background, you can hear his wife, Dana, going, "Phil, honey, that's not as funny as you think it is." He had the baby up over his head.
You're wrong, my dear. Well, to be fair, in my defense, he was wearing a Batman onesie at the time. Oh. So
you had
it
to.
was in character.
An absolute saint, that woman. But no, so there's the Bane voice. But no, I would say,
Greg, and I did when I was doing the bit, I
know.
did have a,
Oh, I know.
and I did. I mean, I didn't do it hard, people. I didn't actually
They
like
have
slam him
flexible
down.
bones at that
but
age, too.
I very gently brought my child down, and he caressed my knee, and it was, what? Oh, you've never caressed your
weird.
knee with an infant.
No.
that's weird.
Some father.
Anyway, I'd have to say the voice that drives me the most crazy is the one you're doing right now.
Just your regular speaking voice.
But didn't I say that
You
was
did.
going to
You
be your
guessed it
answer?
immediately. I just
I
smiled
know
with
you so
shit-eating
well.
grin on my face, and I was
I
like,
know
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I felt, speaking of knowing you guys, because again, the three of us, we've been working together. We don't work together now, but
We were figuring it out. It's been like 20
about 20
years.
years. About 20 years
Yeah.
we've known each other. We've worked together a good chunk of that time. I actually roomed with CJ here.
That's right,
For
yeah.
The Cuddle Hut.
For about a year.
No,
Yeah.
that wasn't the Cuddle Hut. Your
we
your apartment with Greg Ford was the Cuddle Hut.
Oh yeah, right.
yeah, because that matters to them because they
Yeah, nobody
know
knows
who
who
the
you're
hell
talking
you're
about.
Yeah.
So
Just-
you
just
ruined the joke.
get this
Thanks.
straight.
Keep going.
Jeez, our place was not the Cuddle Hut.
This is why you're not an improv guy like the professionals here.
I guess you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But CJ's big thing, and this is coming from a guy who used to live with him.
Oh God, what are you gonna say? Talk about
Is
my
it the
big thing.
The collection? Is it the collection?
Here's CJ's big thing. Now CJ has an addiction to Oreo cookies,
That's correct.
That
yeah,
is- it is
I do
very
have
correct.
a horrible addiction.
and I was very disappointed.
And porn.
And well,
that too.
yeah, and see, this is the thing. Last night, I was so disappointed that you left before the variety show. You missed out on two of your favorite things, Oreos and porn,
I did.
mixed together, because we had a sultry Cookie Monster striptease that you would have
That's my thing.
roped all over.
That's my thing.
Yeah. So
True.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm
Sounds
sorry to
illegal.
hear that. Yeah. Not in Nevada.
What we gonna finish your story?
Huh?
Finish your story.
That
There's
was
some-
the end of the
that was the
story.
whole story.
that was I mean,
Oh, okay.
Where did you think I was going
CJ
with
I
that?
likes
didn't know.
Oreo cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he missed the Oreo
and he was
thing.
gonna rope all over.
Where'd you think I was going with
I
that?
don't know.
Okay.
I thought it was a
Yeah.
tangent.
I mean, I could go into my Hulk milk story, but I don't know if they want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
Well, I
We got
have that
some
too.
time to
I have
kill.
one of those too.
oh
We're
yeah. Okay.
both-
Well, again, this is it had nothing to do with video game. I'm sorry, we've completely gone off the video game thing, but so
But
again,
we're back. We're still on the nerd thing.
we're very much a nerd thing.
Yeah.
So CJ and I, again, rooming together. One thing that you should know about me is I enjoy
Eat like a 5-year-old.
I eat like a 5-year-old. I enjoy novelty sweets and candies and such. Actually, our good friends Scoop, Joey, and Jessica back there, they alerted me to the presence of something called a cotton candy burrito that you can get in Vegas, which I have to get before going. It's like cotton candy surrounding like ice cream and fruity pebbles and all sorts of crap like that, and it sounds amazing. But when we were rooming with CJ, the Incredible Hulk movie had come out, and this was
It was
this-
the Eric Bana one.
the Ang Lee, the Ang Lee. I believe it's just called Hulk. Movie
Yeah.
came out, and so it's like, okay, so you got your nerdy comic book movie, and then they had all sorts of licensed foodstuffs that you could get. One of these licensed things was the good folks at Hershey had gotten the Hulk license, the much desired Hulk license for their line of chocolatey milk syrups.
Yeah.
But the gimmick was, of course, it's Hulk, so it's green. So you got this green chocolate syrup, and you mix it in with your milk, and you stir it up, and you have a glass of vile-looking green milk.
But we're both big fans of chocolate milk.
Well, how are you not? Who isn't a fan of chocolate milk?
I
So
know.
we got some of this Hulk milk,
Hulk milk.
and we're drinking the
Right.
Hulk milk.
Where does Hulk milk come from?
It's a little ropey. It's a little ropey.
Okay, first
You got to mix some sugar in there and smooth it out.
you got to get him very angry. And then you get him very happy again. And Bob's your uncle. There's your Hulk milk right there.
Bob's your
Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle. So we're drinking this Hulk milk, and we're going
down in it.
We're going through a few glasses of
Such
Hulk
nerds.
milk because we are damn partiers, sitting in our empty apartment
eating Oreos.
and drinking Hulk milk, and it's fine. It's gross colored, but it tastes like chocolate milk. Whatever. So the next day, I get up, and you got to go dookie in the morning. So I go in, and we had separate bathrooms,
Thank
True.
God.
Thank God.
and I'm in my bathroom,
Screaming.
Reading a magazine, doing as you do while you poo. And I get up, and you wipe. And I don't know, I don't know about you guys. I'm one of those, like, I'm going to wipe and then I'm going to check it out. And just see.
The older you get, the more important that becomes, actually.
Yes, yes.
I don't know if we're going to have time for my colonoscopy story after this, but it's kind of the same thing. So I wipe, and I'm just like, well, that's a little more blue than it should be. And then I look in the toilet, and it's like pureed Smurf in the toilet bowl.
Oh, it's so gross.
And you know, I'm like 25, 26 at this point, and I'm living on my own in California. You know, my extended family, they're way back out in Chicago, so it's like, who do I?
This is prior to WebMD on your phone.
Well, right, that's just
Can't
it.
Check it
I'm like,
right there.
is this? Should I call a doctor about this? Is this something that happens to people? And then, so I flush it
CJ,
down.
look at this.
I destroy the evidence. Well, that's the thing, because then I come out of the bathroom and CJ's out there, and then it's like, you know, do I have this? Do I tell you? Do I ask you?
Yeah.
Like, yo, CJ, what color was your shit today? Did you happen to go? So it was this kind of like couple hours where we're just and he's thinking the same thing. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's this.
I had a very similar experience about 10 feet away from you in the other bathroom.
So there's this.
Were you calling out to each other while it was happening?
It's Phil.
It's happening again. I don't know what to do. So there's this very weird energy in the apartment that day as we're both trying to figure out how to discuss blue fecal matter with your roommate. And I think we finally broke. And because one of us was like, so
How'd today go?
gonna drink any more of that Hulk milk or anything?
I'll tell you what. I think we should throw this bottle away.
Whereas I was like, I have an art project planned, and I have
Gonna get some Taco Bell and
some Hulk
mainline
milk, and we're gonna see where the day takes us.
Run for the bathroom.
But so that's the Hulk.
I had to go to the urgent care actually.
What?
After this. Yeah, I was sick like the day after this.
I don't remember this.
And
Was
I
this
still had blue poo.
So wait.
And I went to the urgent
So
care. I was like, oh.
the urgent care trip was not related to the Hulk milk.
It was. No, well, it happened simultaneously.
So there was.
I
It
got
wasn't
sick,
not
and then
related
It
to
wasn't
the Hulk.
not
Oh,
related.
so you got sick,
Yeah.
and then when you got to the urgent care, they just had to deal with your blue poo.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you warn them beforehand? Like,
Stool sample.
Look,
gonna talk.
I know I'm having some stomach issues.
Nurse, I got a bag. You gotta see this.
And this is probably unrelated to what I'm about to tell you, but I just want to let you know.
Did you see that Hulk movie?
This is what it looks like when Eric Bana does it. I'm living like a Hollywood star.
Yeah.
But what was the urgent care thing?
No, I had like flu-like symptoms.
Oh, okay.
After,
blue poop.
Yeah, in addition to having blue, but there was another color in mine too. We won't talk about that.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
if I know my color wheel correctly, and I believe I do, I'm guessing the end result was purple?
Bingo.
There we go. There we go. I took art in college. I know my colors.
That's good.
Very nice. But so what now that we got that out of the way, guys want to talk? We got like 4 minutes left to talk about video games. Quick.
Yeah.
Quick, do you guys play that Assassin's Creed?
Yes!
That was for you. That was exactly 100% for you. I did not play the Assassin's Creed game. I'm sorry, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe sometime.
Okay, good.
Hey, listen, so we're going to wrap up here really soon. There's one thing that I want to talk about seriously, something that's a cause that I've been supporting for, I'm in my 8th year now, Extra Life. I raise funds for Extra Life in the IWK Health Center in Halifax, Nova Scotia, which is the children's hospital in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I've been doing that for 8 years now, where I play video games on game day every year. This year is November 3rd. And would really love it, because I know you all are super generous people. If you would consider it, hit the URL, which I hope is up on the screen there, tinyurl.com/Seward, which is my last name. Game day is coming up. We raised $10,000 last year. We're pushing $50,000 lifetime that we've raised for the hospital in Halifax.
Nice.
So
Nice.
please consider giving. It's coming up November 3rd. You can find my Twitch channel and all that stuff through that website as well. I'll be streaming Genesis games, because that's the thing that I do. But also, we wanted to thank Jacob, Matt, and Paul for inviting us again this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is a great time, and the Scoops are great people. We've had the pleasure of, because of last year, we've had a bunch of Scoops who've actually become listeners of the Player One podcast as well, and you guys are awesome. And I mean, even the ones who haven't, we like you too. But you're just a super group of people, super group of guys who have invited us here, and of course all the volunteers. Thank you very much for that. And also, real quick, want to call out a couple of our listeners, Scoop Jessica and Scoop Joe, who are apparently celebrating their 11th wedding anniversary today.
What? Nice.
And they're big supporters of my Extra Life campaign too. So thank you so much, guys, and thank you everybody, and thank you, Jacob.
Also,
Paul,
we
Matt.
have a website, player1podcast.com.
Yeah, whatever.
If you don't listen, you can subscribe to us on iTunes, all that stuff. Anyway, hope you enjoyed our poo talk and Sam Raimi and
and Professor Patches.
and Professor Patches.
And again, thank you to Paul for coming out here and doing a little stupid bit with me. So that was great. So thank you, Paul, very much.
Thank you, everybody.
And
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and again, we are Player One Podcast. This here is
I'm CJ. Hello. Who? Are you pointing at Greg?
No,
No,
I'm
he's
saying
saying you.
I'm saying you are a rank amateur. I'm sitting here with my damn hand above your
I
head.
don't have eyes up there. I can't see. No, I'm CJ at SuperPack on Twitter.
I'm Greg at Seward on Twitter.
And I'm Phil at a whimsical Phil on the tweets. And if tune in to Player One later on. And again, thanks so much for having us. We
Thank you.
loved it being here. So
Thank you.
thank you. Enjoy the rest of Scoopfest.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for the Player One Podcast. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Coming up next, I believe we have Smart Matt.